Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gaming the Max and part 3 of our Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich, the Dominion of Canada, also known as the British Exiles. So, in the last episode, we had watched the American Civil War occur. The American Union States had capitulated, and now you have the Syndicalists against the United States under Quentin Roosevelt. Our allies in India are at war with the Baradia Commune, and our allies over here in Sardinia are at war with the Socialist Republic of Italy. First and foremost, I know I have some troops heading over to Sardinia to help. We're not actually in this war over here in Italy, so we're going to take everybody, and they are going to be sent to India. We're going to send our whole army, everybody that we have, out of the United States and over to India to assist, especially over here. We're going to try to get this war done, and then if we're successful, I do have a non-aggression pact with the Princely Federations, but if we are successful, we'll hopefully defeat the Baradia Commune, and then if the Princely Federation decides to go to war, once our time is up, we'll be able to move against them. You guys are social liberal. Anyway, we're going to hit play, send our armies over there to India, get some good training, get some good experience over there. Siam joins the Co-Prosperity Sphere, and then just slowly watch whatever's happening down here in the CSA and the United States. I would like to buy a bunch of equipment. Let's see. I need guns and artillery. We're building 10 more divisions here, which I'm actually, even though I know I'm going to put myself into a deficit, I need 23 divisions. And now I'm in a super deficit. And I have no convoys. So once our armies get over to India, hopefully I'll have some convoys. The Spanish Socialist Republic joined the Third International. Nicaragua and the Socialist Republic of Honduras ended hostilities, probably because Nicaragua become no, they're still kicking. Let's see, we can cross the border, or at least choose to cross the border. I'm going to do the CEP rail expansion and then the economic recovery to get rid of the Great Depression, and then try to finish some more of this. Try to get my economy boosted. It'll take a while for our military to get over here. I'll get my fleet gone. Send all these guys home. Back to Halifax. And then hopefully I can find someone to sell me some type of equipment. I think Sweden liked me quite a bit. Sweden will not. Oh, they're part of the Reichspakt, that's why. I might be able to ask Russia for some equipment. I don't know if they'll accept or not. The Princeton Federation wants to send me some equipment. I'll gladly accept. War between the Hugh and the Buddhists. Might save up some political power. There's the fall of Buenos Aires. Try to get Russia to like me a little bit. See if they'll send me some equipment. I know the Ottomans like me enough, but I doubt they'll send me any equipment. Yeah. There's dispersed industries. Get construction level 2. Improved machining tools. Yeah, we're not building any planes right now because we have some pretty horrible planes. A bombing in Quebec. Emergency crews were called to an arms factory in Quebec this week as a huge explosion racked the facility, causing a great deal of damage. Factory management blamed a group of its own French-Canadian workers, though no proof of this has so far been uncovered by our CMP investigators. I've seen that happen quite a bit. There's the first 10 divisions. Fall under Bertram. And these other divisions just slowly. Puerto Rico declares independence. There's the rail expansion. Let's get some reliability for our tanks. We'll get economic recovery done. I want to send me some equipment. Yeah, so I can't break my non-aggression pact till September 19th. So everybody should be here. I should start getting my convoys back. The 2 Sicilies has been annexed. Australia wants to send me a bunch of equipment, which I'll gladly accept. I wish the Austrian Empire would beat Hungary, and maybe I could ask for some equipment from them. Or if Greece wins their war against Bulgaria, which Bulgaria likes me pretty alright anyway. Nicaragua is looking for some investors. A Central American country wishes to separate itself from the United States, known as Nicaragua, has begun to make itself known and has specifically requested investment from us. Investing in our country would surely benefit us in the long run. As many more ways to rake in profit is always better, but we may need to keep to ourselves to eventually face the syndicalist threat. Offer them civilian factories, military factories, or we have our own concerns. They look like they're about to fall to syndicalism, though. I kind of don't want to send stuff to them, just in case they do fall to syndicalism. Yeah, sorry. King Edward greets American refugees. With American refugees flooding north by the thousands, Canada has seen great difficulty in dealing with them. King Edward, however, has recently made it his personal mission to greet them and make them feel welcomed, at least for the time being. After several visits to the camps in Ontario and Quebec, the king held an elaborate garden party in Montreal to meet with more prominent Americans, the wealthy elites, and celebrities who were able to come north immediately upon the outbreak of the Civil War. There are some accusing the king of using this as yet another excuse to expand his social contracts, but it cannot be denied that most of the Americans were delighted by their treatment and treated the king with all respect and ceremony that anyone could desire. Good for him. The Syndicalists are getting pushed back a little bit over here. And then there was a naval invasion against New York City there. Let's see. Everybody moved about. Hopefully, Sardinia can hold here, at least until we're able to send some support. There's the fall of New York City, so those federal forces have taken over. Which isn't necessarily the case, yeah. Yeah, see Nicaragua and yeah, see Nicaragua fell to syndicalism. They all did. Could have had Costa Rica as a friend, but I chose not to. Savinkov declares the Russian state. Let's see. Improve submarine hauls. I'm going to start sending my troops forward under Bernard. Mr. Montgomery. I'm charismatic. We'll give you infantry expert. You're a jungle rat. Get some hardness, a breakthrough on our vehicles. Let's find the CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Get a little bit more. We'll do hardness for our trucks too. Get a little bit more researched up. Let's get the Lewis Mark III DMS. That researched up. Let's see. We've got positive political power for the first time in a while. Let's get the crown corporations in Alberta and British Columbia. That's 2 civilian factories for 50 political power. Not going to return the Panama Canal. And there goes the body of Connor. We're just going to take all their screening ships. Manipure, huh? Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, we'll confirm an exit. They took 9 states. We took 8, which isn't horrible. Get these guys re-put back. We can't go to war till September against them. But the French Federation is planning on declaring war on them soon. They have reunion fever. The power of the princes, they also have reunion fever. Trade unions banned and underdeveloped economy. You guys are slowly building up. Hopefully you get up to new economy. And preparing for the final struggle. Did get a new fleet, which is just 2 submarines and 2 destroyers. And much of nothing, but it'll be alright. The HMS Nova Scotia. Merge all of you all. Alright, now, what are we? Negative 8,000 rifles. West Indies no longer wants to support us. Let's see, do you guys... Oh, we're not at war, that's right. Let's do the synthetic oil experiments, because we're going to need oil anyway. If they can hold on this side, hopefully by the time we're able to join the war, be able to assist. What type of navy do you all have? Just some destroyers. Water under O'Connell Bridge. Truthfully, the prospect of a military landing on Great Britain has not looked much easier in the last decade. Although plans have been made for all kinds of contingencies, the reality is that we cannot depend for certain on having a staging ground even remotely close to the Isles, and the prospects of an invasion across the Atlantic appeals to nobody. The conclusion among the general staff is, if there is any way at all to guarantee an Allied presence near Britain, we would be well advised to take it, and one of many yet appear in the most unlikely of places. The Irish Republic appears to have avoided falling into the German sphere while recovering from recent internal issues, and is now concerned itself with foreign matters. The dominant issue is relations with the socialist government in London. There is a considerable fear that Ireland's entry into the war is inevitable, and that Ireland needs an alliance to protect it. And as unlikely as it may seem, it does seem that Dublin may actually be prepared to entertain an entry into the Entente if deemed necessary, or at least the very preliminary feelers have failed to obtain an unambiguous no on the issue. As much of a boon as it would be, the decision would not be taken lightly by either side. It has been made abundantly clear that to attain this alliance, we would be expected to recognize the annexation of Northern Ireland into the Republic and forever renounce our claim on it. It would be a very bitter pill to swallow, both for us and the island's loyalists, who were hoping the arrangements made after the revolution would be temporary. That said, as steep as the price may be, it may be necessarily one for a chance of liberating Britain, and we owe it to our countrymen to consider all the options. If that is the price, then we'll have to pay it. We'll never concede to those treacherous Fenians. Upon completion of Within's armed reach, we unlock the decision to reconcile with Ireland. The Entente will formally recognize the current constitutional status of Northern Ireland. Where is Within arm's reach? That over here. There it is. Rally the exiles within arm's reach. Well, my plan is to stage from Portugal, do a incredibly, not fast attack, but a fight through Spain into France, jump into France, and from France invade Britain. Ireland, you are Social Democrat, the Labour Party. And what's from saying that they won't jump over to maybe even join the Union of Britain or anything like that? I don't think so. I kind of want Northern Ireland back. I know this is a stupid thing to be like, oh, well, you know, it would be nice to have them. Let's see, what's your military look like? 13 divisions, some airplanes. Now, I think Northern Ireland has to be a part of the British Isles, so we'll never concede. We can direct the exiles. Dutch East Indies annex Insulindia. Let's actually have them work on their own influence there. Italian Federation was annexed. The Netherlands joined the Reichspakt. Let's see. It's April. We've got a while before we're able to break that peace treaty. Equan was annexed. Excavation 1. Prince Federation went to war with Dominion of India. Again, we cannot join just for the simple fact that... Whoa. They took Gujarat? How? There's found in the CBC. Let's overhaul the Navy. Another bombing in Quebec. Emergency crews were called to an arms factory in Quebec this week as a huge explosion racked the facility, causing great deals of damage. And they blame it on French Canadians again. Let's do a royal visit to maybe New England. Try to get them ready for war. And the Syndicalists have pushed back. We'll see. Actually, I think I'm going to wait to try to get maybe a new political advisor. Or even like the infantry specialist. That'd be really nice, the infantry specialist. So you guys are doing victory gardens. I would like to build... can't. Might not be a good investment to build that there, but I think it would help in New York. Panama requests investments. Panamanian diplomats have come to us requesting investments, claiming that after a short period in the red will profit greatly. Yeah, I'm good with that. There's one of the new divisions. Let's get Guy Simmons. Let's see. Now we can invest some into somebody for the IEDC. Australasia, South Africa, Panama, Portugal. I think maybe Australasia or South Africa. Let's do Australasia. Let's see, you guys. I'm not at war, so I can't get anything from you all anyway. I know everybody wants us to join the fight, but I cannot until they allow me to cancel my non-aggression pact. If I do break my non-aggression pact, I lose, I think, 20% stability. I think. Honduras declared war on El Salvador. The Princely Federation has some units up here that appeared. We can invest 50 political power, 25 political power. Let's just do the bare minimum of, well, we'll do 50. Opposition wins the Polish elections. The IEDC is incredibly important to me. Let's put it back into New England. We can have them assist with our economy again. Construction. Yeah, let's have them assist with the economy. Now. You all training, you all training, you all training. Oh, there was a big naval invasion by the U.S. right there. You guys are doing the second Declaration of Independence. So you're going to ask for home rule. So you will no longer be a puppet. You'll be your own. Which I'll gift them that. I'll give them freedom. The British exile fortunes worsen. One of the most prominent British industrialists currently living in the Dominion of Canada, a member of King Edward's inner circle today, had to declare bankruptcy after months of declining fortunes, and rumor has it pending scandal of insider trading. While there's some sympathy for the industrialist who was forced to leave a great deal of his fortune behind in the home isles, it does not change the fact that this negatively impacts the fortunes of the British exiles a great deal. Their influence is decreased, which we're having them try to build them up, but right now they're both low and low, so it's not great. May 31st. So that June. I got just a couple more months. be able to join, and we should be able to start beating these guys back. Let's address the army. We're going to use a lot of Marines, so I'm going to evaluate or elevate the Marine Corps. We should be just about done with the last couple of units. New England demands home rule. We knew this was coming. The New English Provisional Government, now that it's established its military and structure, has demanded that it be granted home rule. Some members of the Canadian government are taken aback by the tone of the demand, seeing as the Canadian government is what enabled New Englanders to avoid the chaos rampant in the rest of America, though others, perhaps rightly, point out that unless Canada's ambition is to govern the Americans as a colonial subject, there's no reason not to give them. So yeah, we're going to approve it. They become free. Makes them like us a little bit more, and I don't really have to deal with any of their... That's a screen there. Attention! Ready! How much equipment do you all have just stored away right now? 2,000 old Springfield arsenals. That's it. Complaints over the labor camp conditions. The economic relief camps set up by the government have been the source of considerable criticism as of late, mainly due to the low rate of pay received by the workers as well as their living conditions. The unemployed men working in the camps say that they cannot earn enough money to return to their former lives and get regular jobs, forcing them to remain in the camps indefinitely. Anger has been rising, and there are demands for the government to do something. We can shut them down, which just gets rid of our construction speed, improve the camps, or the men should be grateful to have work. I'm going to improve the camps because it cost me 50 political power, so I'll go a little bit more negative. But I can also get, what is it? Right here, the National Housing Act, that gives me plus 20% construction speed for that. So, let's keep going. Syndicalists are making big pushes this way, but losing territory this way, so... Bulgaria looks like it's starting to go. They're defeating the last couple units up there. Yes, sir. Hopefully by the time I enter the war, all of these units will be supplied. Let's see, who's selling what on the international market? I'm going to pause real quick. Sweden's selling a bunch. I'm going to buy all of that. Take 49 convoys. Probably do 6. Expected to finish in November at the end of the year. Alright. I've accepted that. What's that? That's basic infantry. You're just selling artillery. All in. Might be able to get a little bit of some nice equipment. So you guys are getting support from all over the world. You're getting support from Germany. addresses to the army. Let's do the veneer plan, and then the update the Enfield. Superior firepower. It's July. I think we'll be able to start breaking through once I actually join the war. They defeated this pocket up here in Kashmir. See, America has the largest world tension. Princely Federation's doing fine. About even with the amount of troops. After this next month, we should be able to join the war. It's like the Ottomans sent some troops. Yeah, the Ottomans and the Japanese. Right on. Japan, you had a coup, didn't you? Yeah. Save up my political power, then ask Russia for some equipment. Iran declared a war on the Ottomans. Steel mills of Maine. Might be able to start getting steel off of New England. The Armenian uprising. More violence in St. Lawrence. The anti-government violence continues this time in St. Lawrence region. A large group of French-Canadian marchers set fire to several factories, causing considerable damage before the RCMP forces were able to disperse the group and bring order back to the region. Civilian factories received damage. Should hopefully be positive here on guns soon. Getting these places repaired. It should take a few days to get them all fixed up. Let's see. That's the veneer plan. Buying some equipment. Yeah, selling some more artillery. Cancel that. Let's see. Let's do that, then let's get that extra research slot there. August. When can I cancel this? September 19th. Alright. And I'd guess you guys probably don't have any sort of equipment right now. No? You actually got quite a bit of towed artillery. But not any guns. guys have fortified that river pretty good. Let me call my Air Force over here. It's not good. It's not very large. But it's better than having absolutely zero Air Force over here. The Manchu pacification campaign, following the Manchu coup. Did they not learn their lessons the first time they were disposed? Tibet. See, I should be able to cancel my non-aggression pact. Perfect. Conflict with the British exiles. The current influence of the British exiles wielded within the Canadian government has recently become a concern to opposition parties, some members of which have complained to the press, citing several examples where the King's Privy Council has overruled the government on matters they consider important, particularly if they believe it would lengthen the timetable for the Dominion of Canada reclaiming the home isles. The Canadian press is eager to take up the challenge, and if the matter is not addressed soon, it would lead to a large streak of anti-British sentiment within the country. Support the Canadian government, support the British exiles, or stand back and let them fall. Ooh, that kills my... I hate taking the ones that hurt my party popularity. I hate losing all that war support too. Let's support the British exiles. Get delay. Alright, I can finally call to arms with you all. My forces attack. Those big bombers should arrive at some point. So we'll get our teeth sharpened over here, and then we'll move from India once we hopefully reclaim all of India, and the University of Toronto, get me an extra research slot. Once we take all of India, you know, the Dominion of India can start to build itself up and support us. They have the absolute most amount of people. They have a huge population to call upon, so... And hopefully their economy will be amazing. I know it takes a while after reunification for them to actually be really strong, but... Should be one more unit being recruited. Probably one more day, a couple more days. Alright, that's 2 full units. Anti-syndicalism on the Imperial Broadcasting Service. The Imperial Broadcasting Service was founded by Sir John Reith in 1925 after the British Revolution, when his previous broadcasting organization, the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, was taken over by the Syndicalists. The service provided invaluable and promoting loyalty throughout the British Empire, and also as a tool to marginalize syndicalism within our borders. There have been calls to install Reith as the head of the new Canadian Broadcasting Corporation in order to begin a propaganda campaign against more moderate socialists in the country. Others suggested using the right to employ propaganda with a more external focus to prepare our people for the coming fight against syndicalism. The CBC is fine as it is. Put him in charge, we'll lose 2 stability, social democracy, and syndicalism will lose 3% popularity, or gain base war support. And everybody gets mad at me. We can get political power. We can kill off some of the socialists and the progressives here. Their popularity. Lose a little bit of stability. Let's do that. Get the Tories back up a little bit more. A whopping 1%. Bulgaria looks like it might fall. Gotta research the Owens guns early. Anti-tank. Queen government declared war. Manchu Fang Ten war. The French lost quite a bit of units down here. Trying to meet them at Calcutta there. It's a big encirclement right here. Their German and Japanese friends are in this pocket here. There's a big naval invasion by the French. And the French keep doing naval invasions, but they keep losing troops while they're doing it. So I don't. It's not necessarily the greatest like turnaround for us. The fall of Guangzhou. Here's going to be a big encirclement. Especially defeating those German troops. Nationalist coup in Ukraine. Kind of figured that was going to happen. There's the fall of Calcutta, so now we own Calcutta again. Let's invest in the French Republic. Actually, let's do the French Republic, because then we'll do the Dominion India when they are one country. University of Toronto. Cuba joins the Third International. Let's do some medium tank chassis. I like the Canadian Vickers. Less armor, but more, or less speed, more armor, especially for my medium tanks. Let's expand the Air Force.
Yes, sir.
I think this is the best time the Dominion of India has ever had in one of these playthroughs of mine. Let's pocket these guys up.
Pushing them back, sir. Move out. Attention.
Hunan has capitulated. Are they able to get out?
Attention.
Yeah, the League took 12 states.
Attention.
Congress of Haifa, future the MOJ. As one of the signatories of the Jerusalem Accords in 1920, we have kept a representative on the International Council of the MOJ ever since. Recent events in Palestine, however, have called these powers back together to decide over the future of the international zone as the entire region wages war against the international gendarmerie maybe, tasked with security. Thinly stretched forces, limited resources, and aggressive moves from both the subline ports and the Egyptians are threatening its future, and as the committee tasked with researching its sustainability has given a negative report, many in our own administration have questioned its continued existence. This is the Mustafarete of Jerusalem. It's an international mandate. We can abolish it or we will not withdraw. I'm just gonna I don't think it really matters because we're doing the what right now. You guys closed the. There it is. Will be abolished during the land of the full authority of the someone. Egypt will invade the Sinai if not compensated. Well, I want the Suez Canal open, so we will not withdraw. I gotta leave the Suez open. We've got these German troops over here. This will be the last two German troops. And that freed up about 20 or 30 divisions here in the north. It's all in Madras there. Attack one more time. Yeah, we just had to wait for us to join. And there goes Syria against the Ottomans. Egypt hates me. The Ottomans like me somehow. Air Force wise.
Fall in. Attention.
Union Britain threatens Iceland and the Azores. That so I don't click on it. The Socialist Navy has left its naval base at Liverpool and is headed towards the Iceland and the Azores. This is not a direct threat towards the Reichspakt, but many officials believe that leaving it unattended is not a wise choice, as most appropriate answer would be to send out the Hauptschiff fleet, but this is opposed by many Germans who would prefer further preparations before decisive action against the Union is taken. Why would it matter if it's a direct threat against the Reichspakt? Demonstrate our own power or spend our resources on a further build-up. Well, the Union of Britain already hates me, so let's flex my muscles a little bit. Save Iceland. Better engineers. Yemen declared war on the Ottomans. I do own Alaska right now. Defense. The Syndicalists are getting pushed back pretty heavily. If I can end the war here.
Pushing them back, sir.
More violence in Segway. Anti-government violence continues. Unbelievable. Let's try to take Hyderabad. So Mysore's their new capital. They still haven't really shown signs of surrender, so they're doing very well. The Dominion's doing very well as well. Our finest hour. British politician and former Lord of the Admiralty Winston Churchill has published a new book, part of an emerging genre known as alternate history and concerning the Great War. The story takes perspective of a young British soldier returning from a victorious Gallipoli campaign amid a world radically different from our own. In this timeline, Theodore Roosevelt and his Bull Moose Party win the 1912 American presidential elections, leading to an American entry into the Weltkrieg and an Entente victory. A defeated and partially occupied Germany is gripped by constant economic and political crisis, witnessing the defeat of the whites in the Russian Civil War, and is scooped by a bitter and extremely nationalist Adam Dressler. He leads the German Workers' Party, who follows the ideology of people's socialism, an extreme version of national populism. The novel ends with the beginning of a three-sided war between Dressler's New Reich, the Western Entente, led by the dominant British Empire, and a Soviet Russia, led by Sergei Kirov. The book's divided critics, but with some praising its attention to details, while others criticize its large flaws in historical logic. Churchill has commented that something like this could have happened in another universe. Let's see. Let's get crossing the border. They want to send me some rifles, which I'll gladly accept. We never turn down free rifles. Turning down free candy. We'll do that.
All in. Move out.
Try to get these.
Let them have it.
Get these units defeated.
Yes, sir.
Get out via port here, but
Move out. Yes, sir.
yeah, they're gonna start trying to get their troops out of there. This was a incredibly, not easy, but this was a incredibly good win for the Entente over here. Once we do win. We won yet, so I shouldn't say much, but Australia is sinking a bunch of their convoys where they're trying to retreat their troops south. We can do a royal address to the Entente. Based off his popularity is trash, so. Russian state declared war on Finland. And the Fatherland front takes over in Bulgaria, which makes them socialists. Yep. Greece, you like me? You send me some artillery, maybe? No. Some rifles. Maybe. Actually, I'm going to improve relations with the Russians, and they might actually support me. Once we get to Mysore, it should be the end. Which it's close to the end right now anyway. the IMRO to put war on Serbia.
Ready.
Oh yeah. He is looking good.
Move out.
But we need to rush all these troops back home. Preparations for war with the syndicalist government of America. Let's do the National Housing Act. King Edward's scene with American celebrity. King Edward's fascination with the American celebrities appears to have continued, what with his attendance at an increasing number of events involving refugees and trips to New England, including one recent trip to Boston where the king was spotted in the company of an American actress by the name of Constance Bennett. This makes for the third time King Edward and the married Miss Bennett, currently married to French film director Henry de la Felice, though recent reports have it that the two are separated since the start of the Civil War, have been spotted in close company, and rumors abound that the king is smitten. News of the alleged affair have lit up the newspapers across Canada and New England, and so far the royal establishment has completely mum on the subject. His popularity will decrease more. He's such a...
Ready, sir. Ready.
We take, there's like, get some of them. Yeah, look at all those units. That's a Japanese unit too. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, this war seems to be just about over.
Yes, sir.
Mysore's under threat. Then we gotta rush all the way back to Canada. Hope that it's not too late to join the war against the socialists. Actually, stop improving relations. Not trains. What about cowboys? No. Russians sent 200 of everything, so that's not bad. Could be worse, they could send nothing. So.
All in.
Let's give our troops really good combat experience. Something we've been lacking. Those are all some raw recruits. Let's see. Syndicalists are struggling. Problem is, right when we go to war with the Syndicalists, we have a chance of going to war with the other United States. I'm surprised they're not hunkering down and fighting in a different manner, but the Australasian Guard coup. A group of right-wing authoritarians have long criticized the Australasian government for not going far enough in its suppression of syndicalism. Have seized control of the government. National populist, but like, I don't think you guys, yeah, you guys don't leave the Entente, so that's fine. That's all I was worried about. So now all we have to do is defeat Mysore.
Yes, sir.
Once Mysore falls, we're done. The Damocles Project. You guys would like to have read that. I did kind of skip it a little fast. Let's see. synthetic refineries. That'd be nice. I'll send you some equipment. I always will take some equipment. Come on.
Ready, sir.
If we break, put a cut here. Which we still should, even with their last stand. There's the Owens machine gun researched. Do a better light tank. Some easy maintenance. Switch over to the Owens. Yemen capitulated. Let's do some more production efficiency gain on my rifles. Come on. Yeah, last stand, it can be useful, but man, it also it's costly. Very, very, very costly. This war. Guy Simmons should be leading the charge because he's the best general we have. The garrison at my... I can't believe we had a fight for the very, very last piece of this territory. The colored enfranchisement enactment down in Africa passes. We got the Union Affairs. Finally, the war ends. All I care about is I'm going to take their navy. Otherwise, and I just gave them all to those territories too, so confirm an exit. Okay, there we go. 857 equipment was seized. That's definitely not barely worth it. So let's see. Guy, I want you here. I want my motorized. Here, except for the 3rd RMC. I want up here. Actually, my Marines can go up here.
Ready.
I'm gonna need all of you all up in the north. Alright, everybody go home. New England, what we looking at? Need a bunch of steel. Let's see. New England. Oh, you only got 21. That's it. Oh, I don't have any factories. Not factories. Convoys. Well, I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 3, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.